שלום ובוקר טוב, קוראים לי איתן, וזה הווידאו שלי ב-Add One Challenge. אני לומד עברית לפני 30 טובים, ועכשיו אני יכול לדבר ככה, ואני מתרגש ללמוד הרבה מאוד בעברית. So first I'm going to talk about the last 30 days, what I've learned so far. Then I'm going to talk about some goals for the next 30 days. And then last, I've also included a clip from an exchange that I had with an Israeli guy. So far, as I said, I've been learning Hebrew for 30 days. Feels like it's been going well so far. I feel like every day my goal has been to study for 1 hour Monday through Friday or 5 days a week, but I feel like I could certainly do at least 2, 3 or more hours every day, just because there's so much to learn. I started basically from zero. I just knew some words, a couple phrases, some very, very basic stuff 30 days ago, and now I can talk about some basic things. The biggest change for me, because I've learned in the past 5 foreign languages, but all of them have been, the first one I learned was German, and then I've learned Spanish, Portuguese, French, Catalan, and they're all Latin languages, obviously, and so they're all interrelated. So even if I were starting a brand new language, I wasn't starting from zero like I was from Hebrew. There's very limited things that I can really compare to any of the other languages that I've learned. And the biggest change for me was probably about 2 weeks in, when I just decided that I was going to try my best just to speak, even if it came out like full of mistakes like Tarzan, that I at least would try when I was doing exchanges or class or anything for like the first 5 minutes to just speak Hebrew. Because mostly what I've been doing in my free time outside of classes is just studying the vocabulary that I've learned. In the beginning, I was also just kind of making scripts for myself so that I could have those basic conversations, but now I have gotten to the point where I can more or less string together what I already know. So I think going from just like growing a base of vocabulary to actually pushing myself to speak, that has been the biggest thing for me in the last 30 days, and certainly being in the Add One Challenge, because I've been very busy in the last month with work. That's definitely held me accountable and actually made me set aside an hour every day or so to be practicing or studying the language. It's also been great because I've never taken language classes, and I've been taking classes with 2 teachers on italki. It took me a while. I think I tried about 5 before I found 2 that I really liked. That's been helping a lot too. I haven't had language classes since college when I was taking Spanish, so it's definitely having that support, having someone to kind of hold me accountable and string everything that I'm learning, especially since it's just such a different language, has definitely helped me a lot. The next 30 days, I just want to keep pushing myself to speak more and more, to really get up to that conversational level, being that now I have about 60 days to be able to have a 15-minute conversation. I feel like I'll be able to make it at this point. At that point, maybe my speaking will still be grammatically incorrect, I'm sure, and maybe I won't be able to have the most complex of conversations, but something I've been trying to work on a lot is getting down like survival phrases. For example, what does this mean? Can you repeat that? Could you speak slower? Those kind of things, so that by inserting those into my speech, I'll be able to have a conversation more just in Hebrew without having someone always translating to English when I get a little bit better, a bit bigger vocabulary. And also, I just would like to try in the next 30 days to try some new things. I definitely know, I think that I'm getting better. I could start trying to learn with like some music, since I really love music. And maybe just experimenting with some other techniques that I've never tried. So now I'm going to show you about a 7-minute clip from an exchange that I had yesterday with the guy Duty, who I meet with twice a week, every week, pretty much. This was a bit of a difficult conversation, and it's just like 7 minutes of about 20 minutes where more or less I was speaking Hebrew and he was helping me with English. So yeah, without further ado, here's me speaking Hebrew. בוקר טוב.
בוקר טוב, מה קורה?
מעולה. קצת עייף.
קצת עייף.
ואתה?
אני מעולה, טוב לראות אותך.
כן?
It's been good to see you. טוב לראות אותך.
גם לך?
וגם אותך.
גם אותך.
Thank you, תודה. טוב, just a second, טוב לראות אותך. מקודם רשמת לי כמובן.
כמובן.
And I wrote you אש.
אש.
Do you know what is it?
מה זה אש?
It's fire, like
אש עליך.
it's kind of great. When you say ash, it means it's slang.
כמו אש עליך.
Exactly, בדיוק. בדיוק. איך עובר השבוע שלך?
מה?
איך עובר השבוע שלך?
לא מבין. שוב?
Right. I want to ask you, how is your week so far?
טוב.
טוב. עשית משהו מעניין?
עייף.
עייף? עייף?
כן.
למה עייף?
כי אני עובד הרבה.
עובד הרבה? על מה אתה עובד עכשיו?
כי אנחנו, או יש לנו, יום שישי יש לנו, איך אומרים, לאנץ'?
יש לנו ארוחת צהריים.
חזת צהריים.
ארוחת צהריים.
ארוחת צהריים.
Let's make a little bit order. How do you say? Not order. Let's make a little bit. I want to learn. I want to teach you something. אני רוצה ללמד אותך משהו. ארוחת בוקר. אוקיי.
ארוחת בוקר.
It's a breakfast. ארוחת.
Lunch. לא lunch.
Of course. ארוחת בוקר it's breakfast. ארוחת צהריים. Lunch. Lunch, not like this. Lunch, right? Like this. Sorry. Like this.
אני רוצה לדבר. להגיד. Launch.
Of course. Lunch, like this. Yeah. ארוחת צהריים, lunch, and ארוחת ערב, it's dinner.
אבל launch לא lunch.
Of course. I saw it. ראיתי, אני מתקן את עצמי. I want to fix myself.
לא.
אוקיי.
launch
אתה יכול לכתוב את זה?
לאנץ', לא לאנץ', לא ארוחת צהריים. לאנץ', לאנץ' אומרים, אומר, לאנץ' אומר, או לאנץ' של הברית, הרשת הברית לנו?
לא, אני לא מבין אותך. תנסה שוב.
לאנץ' של הרשת החברתית לנו, our.
רגע, just a second. Let's make some. You have a lunch? You mean
Launch.
not launch? Like you need to you rolling out something like this?
כן.
Okay, I got it. So I thought maybe it's kind of dinner or stuff like that. Okay,
No.
okay,
No.
of course. It's not a meals.
לא.
Okay, so you need to launch. You release something.
כן.
Okay, I got it. מה בדיוק, מה אתם... If you want to say lunch, it means להשיק. להשיק.
אנחנו, יש לנו הלשיק?
לא, יש לנו השקה.
יש לנו השקה.
להשיק, זה הפועל, it means the verb. השקה, it's the שם פעולה.
השקה. השקה. יש לנו השקה, יש לנו השקה של
פיצ'ר חדש, מוצר חדש, של הרשת חברתית. וואו, amazing.
יום שישי.
וואו, שיהיה בהצלחה.
כן.
I wish you good luck.
תודה.